All right, I'm on hole number 4 of the Tropic Kings tournament. It's Monday. It's the practice round in the rookie division. Let's go to hole number 4 and check it out. Hole number 4. Okay, this par 3 right here is definitely hole-in-one material. So as the week goes on, this is definitely a hole that we want to start dialing in. And I have not had time, but I will today, to go back through my notes for all the times these holes have been played in tournaments so that I can try and work off my old notes as far as setup. But I know I'm going to bring a backbone and a navigator, and that may change once I look at my notes, but I'm going to bring a backbone and a navigator. And my navigator is, or excuse me, my backbone's 1.2 per ring. It's 1 point, I play at 1.2, 1.8, 2.1. So we'll see where I'm at in my club. Let's make sure we got a bag with a backbone, and a navigator. And as the weekend round, if the navigator stays there, as the weekend round goes, I'll switch over to a ball that's got lower wind because we're not having to do a whole lot of effort on this hole. So I'll switch over to a lower wind ball if we have tailwind or any kind of a forward moving wind. If we have headwind, I may or may not switch to a lower wind ball. What happens is if you've got tailwind and you switch to a lower wind ball, any kind of tailwind, any movement that's going in a forward direction, it's gonna help you. But if you've got headwind, you've been adjusting all week long because headwind is going to make each successive bounce shorter. So you've been picking a spot for based on the winds that we have, and now all of a sudden you cut the wind down by 25% more. And what'll happen is that since you don't have as much wind, you're not getting as much of that headwind effect where it's making the bounces shorter, and then you'll end up being long on holes. So it'll change your setup a little bit if you've got any kind of headwind. And we don't have headwind here, we've got side wind. Side wind on these holes is the hardest. It makes this hole hard. So cutting the wind down in the weekend round is going to be very good. With side wind, you absolutely have to be perfect. You have to hit it perfect. You have to set it up perfect. You have to line it up perfect. And some people are going to come out here and they're going to do their normal eyeball the ball and wing it and get hole-in-ones, and you'll just have to deal with it. Alright, let's see where we're at. So there's my minimum club way back there. That'd be about mid. So I'm about mid club here. So it's going to be about 1.8 per ring. Put just a sliver of backspin on it just to see, trying to gauge the deal. So it's 1.8 per ring, so there's 3.6. And that's about a quarter. So I'm going to do about a 2 1/4 ring pull, and let's just see where it goes. And I hit it great to the right. So I'm not going to learn anything from this other than distance. So I like the distance there. You want to come at these types of holes, you want to come at them with just enough speed that it'll roll past it, but if you were on track, it will hit the pole and drop in the hole. You don't want it to hit the pole and bounce off. So there's that fine line where you never want to leave yourself short. If you're playing real golf and you leave yourself short, it's a suck feeling. So you always want to make sure if you do miss it and it doesn't go in the hole, that it goes just a little long. So you gave yourself a look. You don't want to be right on track and the ball stop right before it gets to the green. So just nice, a nice easy roll past right there. So I'll go back and watch the video and see how much, because I don't think I put very much at all on that. I think I put just a sliver of backspin. Now I'm going to play this hole right here because this is a par 3 that will eat our lunch as the week goes on. And I'm going to do the rough bump. And so I want to work on the shot because the wind adjustment here. So let's watch our opponent and see which way they go at it. It'd be nice if my opponent would just play around and time out, and then I'll time out. We could actually look at our setup here. But I'm definitely going to try and do the rough bump. I'm not a fan of this hole. It's a tough par 3, especially from the pro tees. This hole ate my lunch when I was in Tour 9. This hole used to be a Tour 9 hole, and it definitely ate my lunch. Okay, so let's look at... Trying to see if I hit in that second cut of rough, if this club's got enough, or if I need to bring my Guardian. Okay, so it's 3-3. I'm going to just do a full ring adjustment, and I'm telling you that I'm sure that there's going to need to be some kind of adjustment made on this. Yeah. I was just tossing it out there. You could see it hit. I was aiming towards the second cut. I'll have to go back and watch that. It barely clipped this one to roll out. This is definitely a hole that there is an adjustment that needs to be made on that hill face there, as far as an additional adjustment, because it wants to. I was like right in the middle, and it was forward from where I hit it, and I'll have to go back and watch how I did that adjustment. But I want to work, anytime I see this hole in any shootout this week, I'm going to play this hole during these practice sessions, because I want to, this hole right here, I really want to dial it in for that rough bump. I'll work on that one. If you watch my videos, I'm always like on the practice round. I'm not very consistent. I'm doing all kinds of weird stuff because it's a practice round. All right, that was hole number 4 of the Tropic Kings tournament in Monday's practice round. Thanks for watching.